Today's class is a postpartum pelvic floor and glutes class. So this class is safe to do if you're at least 6 to 8 weeks postpartum and you've had clearance to exercise again from your physio or doctor. So it's just all about reawakening pelvic floor and glutes that take quite a hit during pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. You only need your mat, no equipment. I will talk you through as we go what you should be feeling, but of course take breaks and have as much water as you like during the workout. So just swing your legs around in front of you and we're going to make our way down onto our backs to start with. So just slowly lower yourself down one vertebra at a time to your spine. Your arms are down by your side here. You've got your neutral spine to start with. So just making sure you can lightly slip your hand under your lower back there. It's just that little bit of natural curvature that we're starting with. And we're going to take some pelvic tilt. So we're going to be pressing that spine down into an imprint as we exhale. And then as we inhale, we release. So let's start with a big inhale here in neutral. As you exhale, tilt downwards, pressing your spine down towards the mat. And that pelvis tilts slightly up there. And then inhale to release back to that neutral. So just keep working with your breath here. Exhaling, tilt down. Inhaling to release. So just a really nice amount of movement through your spine, through your pelvis, and a little bit of ab engagement to draw down to that imprint. And release. I just want to go 5 more of these. Exhaling out through your mouth. Big inhale back to neutral. Go for 3 more with your own breath. For 2. And just take your last one, pressing that spine down to imprint, belly to spine, little pelvic tilt. And then releasing back up. Good job. Okay, so we're going to take some corkscrew movements for that spine now. It's going to open up through your spine. You're going to get a little bit of glute activation, and you're also going to be engaging your pelvic floor on the lift and releasing on the lower. I'll talk you through all of that. So just walk those feet in so you can lightly brush your heels with your hands here. So to start with, we're going to press down to that same imprint, and then we're going to slowly roll up to a bridge position through that spine. So think about glutes activating, tucking your pelvis up so you're not getting too bendy through the lower back. At the top here, shift your hips slightly over to the left. And then as we roll down, it's going to be just slightly on the left-hand side of that spine. So it's going to feel like a nice massage through your spine. At the bottom, recenter. And then we're rolling back up through the middle to that bridge position. Same thing. Press that pelvis up. Press those hips up. Squeeze the glutes. Shift those hips just slightly over to the right-hand side this time. And rolling it all the way down the right-hand side of that spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Recenter at the bottom to roll it up. Tuck the pelvis, little squeeze of the glutes. So just light glute activation there, shifting those hips over to the left to round down through your spine. Recenter at the bottom. Roll it up through the middle. So pelvic floor is naturally coming into this move, but I want you to start switching your mind onto your pelvic floor. You're releasing as you roll down here. And then you're engaging that pelvic floor as you roll back up through the middle. Over to the left again, releasing that pelvic floor as we roll down through that spine. Recenter, engage the glutes and pelvic floor there as you lift over to the right now to roll it down. So we're just going to go for 1 more each side. Recenter at the bottom. So it's super slow and controlled movement here, team. Don't worry about speeding it up at all. As I say, we're just reawakening those muscles, starting to switch on that mind-body connection again. Down that left-hand side. Final one up through the middle. That's it. Over to the right. Releasing pelvic floor and glutes as we come down through that right-hand side of your spine. recenter at the bottom again. So I want you to just slightly lift that spine up back to your neutral. I want you to reach your arms up over your head. So from here, rather than rolling through that spine, we are now just going to lift those hips straight up to your bridge. Engage your pelvic floor to lift, engage those glutes. Release glutes and pelvic floor as you drop the hips down. Once they hit the mat there, ab prep. So it's just up to the tip of your shoulder blades. So it's just a really small amount of ab activation, reaching through those fingers, arms are parallel with the mat. As you lower those arms back down to the mat, you lift the glutes back up, engage the pelvic floor, drop the glutes with control, lift up into your ab prep. So as I say, just head neck to the tip of your shoulders, reach those arms, lower those arms, lift the glutes, squeeze the glutes, tuck the pelvis, drop the glutes, lift to your ab prep. So we're taking this super slow, exhaling for the lift, inhaling for the release, exhaling for the lift, inhaling for the lower. So let's just go 3 more rounds of this combination. Good work, team. Pelvic floor and glutes activate on the lift here. They release on the lower. Slight bit of ab activation as we lift. Release on the lower. Let's go 2 more rounds. Well done. Good, connecting your breath to the movement as well. Last round here. Good job. And release. Okay, so I want you to draw those arms back down by your side. We're going to lift back up to that bridge and we're going to hold here. So pelvic floor and glutes are on. Again, tuck that pelvis to push the hips up. So rather than getting bendier through that lower back, you take a little tuck there. Abs are slightly switched on here. You're going to lift one leg up through tabletop and then drop it back down. We're going to alternate sides. So you're going to exhale, lift, pelvic floor engages, glutes engage. Inhale, release to the other side. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. So naturally your pelvic floor engages here as you take that leg lift. But again, I want you to flick your mind to your pelvic floor muscles so that when you're taking that leg lift, you're getting as much engagement through that pelvic floor as you can. We're going to go 2 more each side. Nice, team. Keep those hips up. Keep that pelvis tilted. Last one each side. Hold at the top. Push those hips just slightly higher without compromising that spinal position. Reach those arms up towards the ceiling and just hold here. Breathe deep. And now we're just going to take a slight drop through the hips. Exhale, squeeze to lift. So for the squeeze and lift, pelvic floor and glutes activate. Inhale, drop. Exhale, tuck to lift. Inhale. Go for 4. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lift. Release the arms down. Roll down through your spine. 1 vertebra at a time. Nice job, team. Windscreen wiper those legs side to side, opening up through those hip flexors slightly here. Getting a little bit of a lower back and core release as well. And then let's roll it over onto your side. So we're going to come to a clam position now, working those glutes and pelvic floor from a different angle. So I want you to draw your knees up in front of your hips. Bring those feet beneath your knees. So you've got a right angle with your legs there. Head can be in the palm of your hand, or you can have it fully relaxed down to the mat. Take your pick. It's completely up to you what you do with that upper body. Top hand can rest on top of your hip or come down in front. Flexed feet as we lift up to a clam. So what I want you to do here is inhale to lift, exhale, pelvic floor. Inhale, up and in with that pelvic floor as you exhale to pull down. Good. So again, super slow. a lot of mind to pelvic floor connection here. Inhaling up, exhaling, inhaling to release that pelvic floor, exhaling to engage it. Go for 2, go for 1. That's it, nice. Okay, so we're gonna lift and hold. From here, you're gonna exhale, extend that leg out in line with your body, keeping the flexed foot. Inhale, draw back up to that clam. Good. So aim for hip height. Anything higher than that is a bonus. See how your body is feeling with this slightly more challenging exercise and just work with the range that you've got. So don't worry about height. Just work with what feels good here. We're going to go for 3. For 2. Nice work. Getting a little bit of a burn now. Last one. Draw back into that clam position. Final exercise here. Point those toes of both legs. It's going to be a knee to knee rotation, lifting up, toes to toes. So we're going to exhale, pelvic floor, glutes. Inhale, back to your toes. Exhaling, knees to knees. Inhaling, toes to toes. Go for 4 more. Nice and controlled. Think about depth. So height, that's it. Full range there. 2. Well done, nearly there. Last one, knees, toes, release. Well done. Those glutes probably haven't felt that burn for a while, so just punch it out. Give it a little bit of a massage around that hip joint to release the glutes. And then we're going to do that same set on the other side. So just swing those legs around. Find that right angle with your legs again, that comfortable position in your upper body. Knees are up in front of your hips, feet are stacked here. Hand can be up on top of your hip or rested down in front. And we are going to be taking a clam lift with flexed feet there. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Good, pushing high with that knee. Controlling the lower, thinking about the pelvic floor engaging as we lower this time. So just go for 4. That's it, nice work. Go for 3. So the hips stay stacked to help get the most out of that glute and pelvic floor engagement. Last one here, we're gonna hold. So on the exhale, extend that leg out in line with your body. Inhale, pull back up to that clam position. Exhaling out, that's it. And inhaling up. So remember, aiming for hip height, but anything above that is a bonus. Seeing how your body is feeling, seeing how those glutes are feeling particularly. And up. Go 4 more. Well done. Full length through that leg for 3. That's it. Let's go here for 2. Pulling back up to that clam. Last one like this. Into your clam. So from here, point those toes. Let's take that knees to knees. So pointing both toes, exhaling knees to knees, inhaling toes to toes. Pelvic floor as you come knees to knees, release toes to toes. So again, those muscles engage naturally. Think mind to pelvic floor. To get even just a little bit of extra engagement in that area really helps. But anything that's engaging around those pelvic floor muscles already is going to help re-strengthen in that area. So just go for 3. That's it. Here for 2, finding that height. Full range in that movement. Last one, knees, toes, release. Punching, slapping, massaging around that glute muscle to release it out. Okay, we are going to roll over onto your belly, lengthening your legs out, and then you're just going to push yourself all the way up through 4-point kneeling, curl your toes under, pike your hips high, and then walk those hands and feet in towards one another. So you're in a roll down. From your roll down, slowly restacking that spine until you're up through standing here. So we're still going to be doing pelvic floor and glutes from a standing position now. I'm going to add a little bit of arm mobility into it just so you're feeling nice and open through that upper body after you finish this workout. So I want you to take hip distance stance with those legs or slightly wider, toes just slightly outturned. So you're going to take a squat down. So just think about coming about halfway into your squat as you bring those arms up to a front raise. As you lift up, you're going to circle those arms all the way around, out to the side, back to your squat with your front raise, lifting up, circling the arms round. So you're going to inhale down, finding whichever depth works for you. Exhaling, squeeze the glutes and the pelvic floor as you lift up. So on the exhale, you're getting that pelvic floor and glute engagement. And then don't worry too much about the arms. It's just to open up through that upper body, which gets notoriously tight in the postpartum period. Everything starts getting pulled forward a little bit more through feeding, holding, picking your baby up. There's a lot of that kind of movement, changing your posture. Okay, let's come a little bit deeper into that squat for your final 4. Squeeze to lift and circle there for 3. That's it, nice work. Let's go for 2. Last one. I want you to drop and hold. Bring those hands together in front of you. So again, find whatever depth works for you here. You're going to exhale, slightly lift, inhale, drop. So just for 4 more of those. So pelvic floor, glutes, squeeze on the lift, release on the drop. Go for 2. That's it, last one. Drop, release. Give those arms and legs a shake. So we're going to do one more set. It's going to be lunges now. So I want you to just step your right leg out in front, your left leg out behind, hip distance apart with those legs. I'm going to add again upper body mobility into this. So toes just slightly outturned here. So as you drop to your lunge, you release that pelvic floor and the glutes. Exhale, squeeze, lift, pressing the arms up. So inhaling, release. Exhaling, pelvic floor and glutes, reaching the arms up. Inhaling, drop. Exhaling to lift, getting that back knee nice and low. So you get a little bit of quad activation here, just for 4. Just for 3. For 2, nice work. That's it, get that nice long reach at the top. Last one, reach. Release through the middle, switch it straight over to the other side. So you've now got your left leg out in front, your right leg behind, toes just slightly outturned. We inhale to lunge, we exhale to lift and press. So you inhale, release the pelvic floor and glutes. Exhale to engage, pressing back up to the top. Slow controlled movements here. Just for 4 more. Drop for 3. Think about that pelvic floor on those glutes on the lift. Go for 2. Last one. Lift and release. Nice, team. You can heel toe those feet back to hip distance apart. Roll those shoulders around. So just opening up through upper back, chest, shoulders around in the other direction, keeping those arms nice and heavy. And we'll just finish with a roll down here. So hip distance stance, nice and soft through your knees, tucking your chin into your chest, unstacking that spine 1 vertebra at a time, keeping your arms nice and heavy, your legs nice and soft at your knee joint, and then just rotate that upper body side to side, feeling a nice release and some openness through the back of your legs, through your glutes, and through your spine up to your shoulders. Breathing deep. Recenter your upper body. Keep that softness in your knees. And then just super slowly restacking your spine. Just 1 vertebra at a time, moving through until you reach shoulders, neck, head. Drop those shoulders down. Well done, team. That is your postpartum pelvic floor and glutes class done.